What's up, YouTube? Supernova back again for another video on the 350Z. This is the start. This is the introduction video and the start of many series videos to come. It'll probably be a few days before I can actually start making videos on me doing stuff to the car. Like I said, this is an introduction video. If you are subscribed to my channel or you follow my channel, I mentioned in my last video that I thought about doing a GoFundMe page to help raise money to help me start this build because it unexpectedly had a cylinder go dead. In other words, no compression. But I've changed my mind. I'm just gonna go ahead and borrow against my 401k I've been saving up and putting money into. It's not something I want to do, but I can't just let this car sit, and I've been telling y'all that I've been planning on doing this build sometime this year, next year. So without further ado, here we go. Hopefully it'll probably take around 2 or 3 months to complete the whole series because I've been doing some phone calls, getting some information, stuff like that. First off, my start of the project is going to be fitting this motor for the turbo. I just want to mock up everything, make sure it fits, see where I have to cut, see where I have to relocate some stuff. I got some heater pipe. If y'all have a 350Z, y'all have a metal heater pipe that goes on the side of the motor. I have a feeling I'll probably have to get a pipe cutter or some tube cutters and cut it about that far from the block and run some rubber hose to reroute it, just so the exhaust side, the exhaust piping for the turbo can come up and mount to the turbo that will sit right here. Also, I need to make sure all the charge piping can go where I need it to go. Hopefully I don't have to relocate any more hoses up here, or if I have to get a smaller fan assembly or a different fan assembly or whatnot. And also I would have to fit the intercooler here up underneath this bumper support. So I'll be doing that, and then after that I plan on pulling the whole motor and transmission out as one unit, hopefully along with the wiring harness, because it's hell to go through this entire motor unplugging every single little plug just to pull the motor and transmission out. So what I plan on doing is this main harness right here. It goes up underneath here to this fuse box. I'm hoping I can take the battery and the battery tray out, and then disconnect it from the fuse box and disconnect the main harness from the ECU, and just pull the whole wiring harness, motor, and transmission out with it. That way I have plenty of room and I can find every plug, no problem. And then the only thing I have to deal with is hoses, lines, and stuff like that, which is still a lot less than unplugging this entire wiring harness with the motor in the car. So I would imagine it'll probably take me about 2 or 3 weeks in between, working on the car and my work schedule. Probably 2 or 3 weeks to get the motor tore completely down, and then it's probably not needed. I'm planning on putting some Darton sleeves in here, but just for added protection and stiffness of the block, I'm putting Darton sleeves in here. It's kind of expensive. I did some calling around, I showed y'all my parts list. It's $1,000 just for the sleeves. I called Darton Sleeves themselves. It's going to cost an additional $1,100 for them to cut the block, press them in, deck the block, and all that good stuff, and have it ready to build with the sleeves in it. So, and another bad thing is I live, in the south, like on the east side of Texas, and I gotta ship this thing all the way to California. So I gotta tear down the bare block except for the main caps, and I gotta send it all the way to California, and it'll probably be a month before I can even get the block back, anywhere from 30 to 45 days. Then while that's being done, I'll be rebuilding my heads, port and polishing them, and at the same time I will be installing a AEM high flow fuel pump, which is up underneath the glove box behind the passenger seat. And I will also be making any additional reshaping of the body, cuts, whatever needs to be done to fit the piping, if any needs to be done for the turbo and stuff like that. And then once they get the block back, then I'll be going up with it, be building that. I'll be doing a light aluminum flywheel, possibly a aluminum harmonic balancer. I'll be doing a intake spacer as well as an oil pan spacer. Also plan on getting me a new fuel pressure regulator because I cut this one, and I'll be getting me a fuel pressure regulator adapter kit for my fuel solenoid for the nitrous kit. Again, I probably won't run no more than anywhere from 50 to 100 shot of nitrous on top of the turbo. It'll be very seldom, very little. Also I'll be running, I haven't decided, if y'all have any advice as far as injectors, put them in the comments. I do get notifications when y'all comment on my videos. I'm trying to decide whether to go with 600cc injectors or 850cc injectors. Again, I'll be running 8 pounds of boost. I'll probably go up to 15 maybe later on down the road because I have Darton sleeves. So just put in the comments below, what y'all think. Should I go with 600cc or 850cc injectors? Just let me know what y'all think. I'll be going with one of those two injectors, I'm not sure. I'm still going back and forth, trying to decide if I'm going to go with a Cosworth high volume oil pump or just upping the weight on the oil, because upping the weight on the oil will increase the oil pressure, or just putting the Cosworth oil pump in here. That Cosworth oil pump is about $600, so that's a big chunk of change there. Also, I'm going to be going through the front end, replacing any bushings, ball joints, or anything like that needs to be replaced or that's worn. I'll also be doing a little bit of AC work as well. I'm probably going to reuse the stage 3 clutch that I have in here already. Of course, it has a ceramic clutch disc. I'll be reusing that most likely because I haven't put hardly any miles on it. Also, sadly, I'll have to replace this radiator support because it's cracked on that side down at the bottom. that by itself is almost $500. So that's a pretty big chunk right there. So yeah, I'm looking at a lot more money than just building this motor. Also, I've been calling around and I found a tuner shop, dyno tuner shop down south. They charge about $600 to $700 to dyno and tune this car. So I figured might as well call it $1,000 just in case. So yeah, I'll be looking at a lot of money to do this build. But as far as doing the turbo engine build itself, I still will fall under that 10 grand mark. I plan on spending and that's including the dyno and tuning. I think it was around 7,000 that I'll be looking at, and that's just for the build itself. I'm not counting doing the AC radiator support, because I mean it's just broken parts. The AC is a little worn. I mean, it's just basic wear and tear. But just doing the engine build itself with the turbo, I'm still going under 10 grand. So I mean, that's the purpose of this video. Also, another purpose of this video is going in depth of doing the build, the do's and don'ts. What I would do to build my motor and stuff like that. Also, it's going to be some technical stuff, like when you do a basic rebuild, your oil ring itself, not your upper and lower oil ring, but the middle portion of it. Most basic rebuilds, doesn't matter where you place them, but I'm going to show you where I place them, because there's a specific way that I like to place them when you're fixing to run the hell out of a motor or something. So, but there will be videos to come on this car. It's going to be a lot of work. I got to roll this car out. I got to clean all this up. I got to go back there in my storage trailer back there and get my other table so I can have my parts out on it and stuff like that. So there's going to be quite a few videos, and like I said, it's going to be anywhere from 1 to 3 months by the time it's all said and done. I'm not sure what this car is going to make when I'm done with it. I'm hoping anywhere from 500 to 700 horses. If I fall in between that, I'll be happy. So, but like I said, I'll be going with forced internals, rods, pistons. I'll be reusing the stock crank, because as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll be putting in darting sleeves, stuff like that. So it's gonna be, she's gonna be a beast. So, but this is the end of the introduction video of the basics, what I'll be doing and about how long it'll take me. So I still gotta, try to get some stuff done so I can get some money going to start doing this build. Again, I'm not doing the GoFundMe page. I decided not to do that. I just don't feel right setting up a GoFundMe page to do an engine build, because I screwed something up. So, but anyway, if you want to get notifications on doing this engine build, subscribe to my channel and you'll get notifications every time I post a new video. Sometimes I post videos back to back, sometimes in the same day, sometimes day by day or whatever. But in case you hadn't watched my last video, this is what's causing me to do my engine build a lot early. Melted spark plugs. It didn't melt all 3 cylinders that these spark plugs come out of, but it did burn one of them, because one of them's completely dead. I got no compression on one of them. I'm guessing it's a cylinder 1. So, but you want to get notifications, you want to start watching a long series of videos in depth on doing this engine build, subscribe to my channel, Supernova. And until next time, peace out. God bless.